Hey guys, Sam here, welcoming you back to the Bradford City Road to Glory career mode. Already into our 9th episode, and today, of course, same as always, we have 3 games, but today's going to be a bit different with the highlights. The bulk of the highlights are going to come from the second game, because nothing fucking happened in the first and third game. I mean, they were really boring, especially the third game. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind too much, but yeah, a bulk of the highlights are going to be from the second game. But of course, before we even get into the first game, if you are enjoying the Bradford City Road to Glory career mode, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and also my Twitter is linked in the description so you guys can interact with me. But as you can see, already we're into halftime and past halftime. We're into the second half of this Milton Keynes Dons game, because seriously, nothing happened until Reed smashed in a goal, and I was thankful that he did, because I honestly thought this was going to end 0-0 because it was so boring. But we were away and we had to pick up the points, and Harrison Reed, who's really stepped up ever since that newspaper article came out saying he didn't fit in or whatever. If you guys remember in that live episode, and I was just like, what are you guys talking about? Like, Harrison Reed is a solid player, and he's just stepped his game up so much, and he scores here today a beautiful goal. And although MK Dons did their best to try and get back into the game, there was a lack of highlights in this game, and then it ended 1-0 to us. Thankfully, we took all 3 points away from this. Of course, we're trying to stay on top of the league. Well, not on top, but we're trying to stay in those automatic or even the top 6 sort of area. And we're trying to really get our points early in the season so we don't have to fight to get into it. We want to be in the top 6 come the last 5 or 10 games. We want to already be there and be quite comfortable in there. Yeah. But nevertheless, we head into the second game against Scunthorpe. Now, this game was a bit more hectic, especially the first half of this game was a bit more end-to-end, a bit more open, to say the least. We're at home, and Scunthorpe are visiting. I didn't check where they were on the table, but I didn't think Scunthorpe were the best side. So going into this game, I felt quite confident, and the team was playing alright. And we had the news that Eastgrove came back from injury, and that really boosted the spirits of the team. I believe I put him on the bench for this game. I don't know, you'll have to check the team sheet. He was, I mean, you can see the subs. Check if he was there. I think he is, and I think I subbed him on late. It's either this game or the other game. It's this game or the next game. But Eastgrove's back from his injury, and I'm definitely going to put him back into the side because we have him on loan, so we may as well get our money's worth. But as you can see in the 4th minute, Scunthorpe score, and we just are on the back foot from the beginning. And if you guys have been listening to what I've been saying it over and over again. The goal is to get the first goal. I didn't mean to plan it like that, but the aim of the game is to get the first goal. That's how we like to play, get the first goal and make the other team commit. But in this game, we conceded first and then we had to commit, so we left ourselves open at the back, to say the least. And I wanted to get the equalizer as quick as possible. I honestly did. And thankfully we had chances, because this game was insane. I mean, it was really... I mean, look at this. Look at this counter-attack here. Look at the defense just leaving the space for Zoko. You know he's going to capitalize. Cuts in beautifully. And that's just what Zoko does. I mean, let's be honest. No one is surprised that he just did that and scored. He has been killing it in the last couple episodes. I mean, he's always been... I mean, he's been a good goal scorer all season, but in the last couple episodes, he's a goal per game, you know? He's really doing really well. And I can't believe a 31-year-old with under 80 acceleration as a striker with his low rating and all that is such a good player. It's blowing my mind. Maybe it's just the League One defense. That could be it, because, I mean, look how many goals we're conceding now. I mean, that could be what is the problem. It could be that the League One defense is really just bad. I don't know how to say. Obviously, they're worse than, like, the Championship and Premier League, but maybe they're just overly bad to make it a bit easier for you. I'm not sure, but we go down 2-1 to Scunthorpe at home, and it's almost at this point as if we're trading goals, and again, we have to go for the equalizer. Not the best. Pickford, yeah, he can't really do much about that. That's pretty close to him. I don't blame him too much for that. Pickford's been a very inconsistent goalkeeper, but for the most part, I've been happy with him. You know, the goals we concede are pretty much EA's fault, I'd say, in their programming of goalkeepers. But as you can see, great offensive pressure here. Zoko does an identical move with the cut-in, but he's getting harried a bit more this time, and he gets through. and picks himself up his second goal of the game and another equalizer for us. So Zoko, our saviour, scores us another goal and brings us back on par. And hopefully we can keep this and extend on this, because it was almost like we were trading goals this first half. As you can see, again, we're attacking, very open gameplay, and just before half time here, Scunthorpe have one last chance. No one is tightening up to Sires, and he just smashes it near post. And this is what I was talking about with Pickford. He's a good goalkeeper, but that is EA's programming. A goalkeeper getting beat at that angle. Look at that. Look where he is. He's almost on the touchline. He's almost, like, ran. I mean, come on, EA. Really? Look at that. That's just... I mean, it happens every so often, but... I mean, it happened to De Gea the other day, but not at that angle. Are you serious? You're telling me a goalkeeper's not going to cover his near post at that angle, at that point in time? Really? I mean, he's seen... the guy, I mean, Pickford saw Sires running at him for ages, as if he wouldn't cover his near post. I mean, it's just... unrealistic, typical EA. I don't even know why I get upset about it, why I get angry. I really didn't think we deserved to be losing this game at all. I thought we played a bit better than Scunthorpe did. And right there, you guys be the judge. Was that a penalty? He gave it a free kick. I'm going to show you guys a replay in slow motion. Look at this. Zoko, great feet work. Oh, that is tight. That's very, very tight. I would have loved a penalty. But of course, we're going to take free kicks any day of the week. And Yeats steps up, but he doesn't convert it. It hits the wall. I reckon if he had just creeped it a bit over the wall, it definitely would have gone in. It was on target. Unfortunately, the wall jumped, and just everything wasn't... nothing was going our way in this game. We were taking a lot of long shots, as you can see. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but the Scunthorpe defense started tightening up as the game came to a close. Here we are in the 90th minute now, and as you can see, the defense a bit tighter, not still very open. Isgrove, yeah, here he is. We subbed him on. He made his comeback. He made a beautiful run there, but one of his touches, just one cut in, didn't work out, and that cost us. Well, that didn't really cost us, but that didn't bring back a goal. It didn't create a decent chance, and we just slipped up short at home again. And I really didn't want to be losing at home again, but we did. I would have, even with in this game, in this type of game, a point I would have been happy with, but we didn't get anything, and Zoko got an 8.2 rating. Another vote for Zoko. Are you even surprised? I'm not. As you can see, Isgrove was playing centre mid, so I don't really blame him too much for... He didn't even have a bad performance. He was only on for like 5-10 minutes, so... Yeah, I kind of wanted to see if he was match fit yet, or what it was like, and I didn't really want to start him in his first couple of games available. I kind of wanted to ease him back into the team. He's a young kid, he's just on loan, there's no point in rushing it too much. And going into the game against Colchester again, you can probably tell by how much time is left in the video, there literally is nothing in this game. I mean, I kind of forgot if I've even put a highlight in there. I think I put 1 or 2 shots throughout the whole game, but honestly, I mean, I hate 0-0s, and I hate boring games, and when you combine those two, that's what this game against Colchester was. A boring 0-0 at halftime. It was 0-0, and I honestly thought there was no way anyone was going to score. Even at halftime, playing the game, I was like, wow, like, no one's going to score in this game. And as you can see, this was probably the best chance of the game. Yeah, that being the best chance of the game sums everything up. Zoko here within the final minutes, trying to make something out of it, passes it to Reed, who's going to take a long shot, very close from Reed. But unfortunately, that's the end of the game, 0-0. Boring game, and that's 2 boring games, but the difference was we picked up 3 points earlier on in the episode. Here we picked up only 1, so 4 points this episode. Not the best when you're trying to aim for those top 6 spots. You want to be picking up at least 7 points in 3 games or around there, and Yeats picks himself up a vote. So of course I'm going to update you guys on the race for the MVP award. At the end of episode 9, Zoko sits at the top. Is that really a surprise at all? But Yeats is actually keeping up quite well. I'm very surprised with Yeats. He's really stepped up. I thought he'd be the winger to get dropped. I thought Marai and Isgrove would be our 2 main men, but Yeats has stepped up, and I'm probably going to be playing him and Isgrove as our starting wingers. So congratulations for Yeats. He's doing really well, and I couldn't be more proud of him. And then Darby, of course, in 3rd position, who's been very solid. But that brings us to the end of this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it despite two pretty lackluster games, leave a like down below. As I said at the start of the episode, my Twitter's in the description if you guys want to get more interactive, ask me a couple questions about the series or just my everyday life. And of course, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe so you keep up to date with the content. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Bradford City Road to Glory career mode. Keep it real.